Hi, today is May 12th and this is my final video presentation on learning how to animate using Maya. For the whole month and the project, I experienced some different emotions, but it's mostly the same constant emotions throughout the filming of these videos. I usually felt excitement because it's fun to do this. I also felt a lot of pressure sometimes on myself because I didn't know how good the video would turn out or how good I would make it. And it was mostly me and how I looked at the project at the moment. Sometimes I thought it was hard, especially at the start. Throughout the month, I certainly changed how I look at the video and about making these videos and about animating as a whole. So when I first started the project, it was a scarier concept. Uh, Not in a sense like I'm scared of something, but about the size of the project and how much work I had to put in. So I think I've my feelings towards the project have changed gradually across the different videos. You can see me feeling different throughout the videos because I feel like I've actually done something. The progress, me being able to see what I've done, it's allowed me to feel more complete emotionally, and it's overall a fun feeling after I'm done with all this filming, and I think I've actually changed a lot my feelings for the project during the month. During the month, I think I actually put in a lot of work to make the animations actually happen. Sometimes you wouldn't see how much of work I actually put in because it wasn't on the big stuff, but more on the details. And assessing myself and my effort, I think I gave it my all. And truly, I left everything on the video and on the videos. I put myself out there. It was like I think I was genuine throughout the whole making of this project. I put in everything, and I worked hard. Sometimes later than I usually work. Some videos I ended up turning in really late because I had to work on them during a lot of time, and I actually didn't have much time to upload it. And I would say I've actually done a good job, and I've worked hard, and it's been it's been a tough journey. But looking back, it wasn't as hard as I actually thought at the start, and me putting all that effort in makes it even better to be standing here and looking back. It makes me feel like I've truly gotten somewhere with this project. To show you my skill and how I've progressed, I'll be taking some of the different animations I've made, and I'm gonna show you where I am now, and then I'll show you some of the previous video footage back when I was just starting, and later on I'll even show you a bit of the animation, but like me doing it, working on it, so you can actually see what I've done. So latest animation I made is by punching animation, and it's fairly straightforward. This one took me less time than I thought because I already know most of the skills I needed for it. So it was easier than the first ones for sure, but it was still tough to make. That I did these past few days is the jumping one. It's the second big project I took in, the big part of the project I took in. First being using the caveman. This was the first project I tried to do with this guy, the model I had. It was still missing. Uh, I can see some of the things I missed. even here at the end. But I truly think like for not having much guidance and being like the first animation I tried to do with this model, this rig, it was fairly good. Maybe later after I'm done with making the videos, I'll probably try to polish this animation even further on my own time. But for now, this is how I left it and how much I did. And back here when I was doing this part, I did not know much about placing the keyframes so that the animation would speed up. So at the end, you can see he has a little bit more hang time than I would want him to, but it's still a pretty decent animation. In this final project, I'll show you the first actual animation I made using this rig. Looking back, it was probably not the best rig to work with, seeing as it was a very heavy rig, meaning it's hard for the computer to actually load it. And so a lot of the time it was harder to use them. I'll show you here all the controls he had. Maybe you look back in the previous videos, you can see me using all these controls. And the rig itself is pretty complicated. He's got a lot of moving parts, much more than the other one. The other one is simpler, and I found it more enjoyable to use that one because it was much smoother in the process. But back here, this is the only thing the only rig I had to work with, so I had to use what I had, and it was much harder than at the start. The curve, I had to put a lot of work to actually make it look somehow decent. And the problem with the animation itself is the loading. It loads really slowly because of the computer can't take the weight of the animation. So it was harder for me to check my progress using this, but still I had to start somewhere, and here I started. And overall, I think this is a fun project. I certainly enjoyed doing it, even though it was hard at some points. I wanted to just not do the videos sometimes, and I actually think I've learned a skill that I will continue using, and I will probably use until computers become obsolete, which I don't think they will. And this is the final video, and I'll say I'm gonna say goodbye. Thanks for watching them or helping me throughout the project, and I couldn't have done this without you, Mister, giving me your support. And I guess this is the last video, and it's me signing off. Bye.